Welcome, dear listeners, to another exciting episode of Book Central Inside the Pages. I'm your guest host, Steve, stepping in for our excellent regular host, Abbie, who's taking a well-deserved break. Today, we're delving headfirst into Christmas captivating history and untold origins. And who better to enlighten us than the esteemed historian and expert on ancient traditions, Grace Winter. Thank you for joining us, Grace.
Thank you for having me, Steve. It's an absolute pleasure to be here and share the incredible story behind Christmas.
Wonderful. So, Grace, let's start at the very beginning. How did this beloved holiday come to be?
Well, Steve, the origins of Christmas can be traced back thousands of years to ancient pagan winter solstice celebrations. These festivities mark the shortest day of the year and the impending return of longer, brighter days. The ancient Romans celebrated Saturnalia during this time, a festival honoring the god Saturn, characterized by feasting and gift-giving. Ancient festivals, like Saturnalia and Yule, marked the solstice and were imbued with a sense of renewal and light amidst the year's darkest days.
That's absolutely fascinating. So how did these pagan celebrations turn into what we know as Christmas?
It wasn't until Roman Emperor Constantine the Great embraced Christianity as the empire's official religion that the transformation began. The early Christian church sought to replace the pagan festivals with their own religious observances. The date of Christmas was strategically chosen to align with the winter solstice celebrations and the birth of Jesus, creating a new holiday that combined elements of both traditions.
The birth of Jesus. That reminds me. What's the story behind the iconic figure of Santa Claus?
Yes, Santa Claus. He has a fascinating history. He was inspired mainly by Saint Nicholas, a 4th century bishop known for his generosity and gift-giving. But did you know that Santa Claus takes on different forms in some parts of the world? In Iceland, children await the arrival of the Yule Lads, a mischievous group of 13 troll-like figures who leave treats or pranks in children's shoes.
That's so intriguing. It's amazing how marketing can shape traditions. Now, Grace, could you share some lesser-known aspects of Christmas with us?
Certainly, Steve. Did you know that Christmas caroling originated as a way to express goodwill and bring comfort to the poor? In medieval times, wealthy individuals would often venture out of their homes during Christmas, singing carols and sharing food and gifts with those in need. You might be surprised to learn that mistletoe, often associated with Christmas romance, has its origins in Norse mythology, where it was considered a plant of peace and goodwill. Also, in Catalonia, a region in Spain, they have an intriguing tradition called cogatio, where children beat a smiling log filled with presents, singing songs and imploring it to defecate the gifts.
And what about Christmas trees, Grace? When did they become part of the festive traditions?
The Christmas tree. Its roots date back to ancient times when evergreen trees were seen as symbols of eternal life. In the 16th century, the tradition of decorating Christmas trees with ornaments and candles was born in Germany. This custom eventually spread across Europe and made its way to America.
That's definitely an interesting tradition, Grace. Thank you for sharing all these incredible insights into the origins and evolution of Christmas. Before we end, do you have any final thoughts?
Remember, Steve, as we enjoy our modern-day Christmas celebrations filled with family, food, and gifts, it's essential to appreciate the rich tapestry of customs that have shaped this holiday over centuries. By understanding and celebrating the diversity of traditions, we can truly embrace the spirit of Christmas.
Wise words, Grace. Thank you so much for being our guest today and unveiling Christmas captivating history and untold origins. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Steve, for having me. Merry Christmas to all our listeners, and may your holiday season be filled with joy and enchantment.
And that wraps up our special episode of Book Central Inside the Pages. We hope you enjoyed today's journey into the history of Christmas. Join us next time for another captivating adventure through the world of literature. So take care and see you next time.